Choosing between watercolor and acrylic paint can be challenging, especially if you're new to painting. Both offer unique textures, styles, and techniques that can transform your creative expression. But which one is right for you? In this video, we'll break down the differences between watercolor and acrylic paint, covering everything from drying time to blending and versatility, so you can make an informed choice for your next masterpiece. Composition and texture. Watercolor and acrylic paints differ significantly in their composition. Watercolor is pigment suspended in a water-based solution, creating a transparent and fluid effect. Acrylic paint, on the other hand, is made of pigment suspended in a polymer emulsion, which dries into a flexible, water-resistant layer. This difference in composition affects how each medium interacts with surfaces and how colors appear on paper or canvas.
Still wasting money on ads that get ignored? Let influencers tell your story. Promotional Pact connects your e-com brand to the right niche influencer to reach your target audience. Get more sales with less spent. Link in description.
Drying time. One of the biggest distinctions between these two mediums is their drying time. Watercolors dry quickly, often within minutes, as the water evaporates from the paper. This makes them great for fast, spontaneous artwork. Acrylic paint also dries relatively quickly, but the thick consistency allows for a bit more working time compared to watercolors. Once dry, acrylic becomes permanent, whereas watercolor can be reactivated with water. Transparency and opacity. Transparency is one of the defining characteristics of watercolor. The paint allows light to pass through, creating soft and delicate layers. Acrylic, in contrast, is more opaque, covering previous layers completely unless diluted. If you enjoy subtle, flowing gradients, watercolors are ideal. But if you prefer bold, solid colors with high coverage, acrylics are the better choice. Layering and blending. Layering with watercolor requires patience, as each layer needs to dry before adding another. Colors blend naturally, but overworking can muddy the painting. Acrylic paint allows for easier layering since dry layers do not mix with new ones. Blending can be done while wet, but once dried, acrylics do not reactivate. This gives acrylic painters more control over layering and detail. Surface compatibility. Watercolor works best on specialized watercolor paper, which absorbs the paint and prevents warping. Acrylic paint is more versatile, adhering to surfaces like canvas, wood, fabric, and even metal. If you want flexibility in surface choices, acrylic is the way to go. But for traditional watercolor effects, using the right paper is essential. Durability and longevity. Acrylics are more durable because they dry into a water-resistant film, protecting the artwork from smudging and fading. Watercolor paintings, however, are delicate and prone to damage from moisture and light exposure. They often require framing with glass to preserve the artwork for a long time. Ease of use and cleanup. Both mediums are beginner-friendly but require different techniques. Watercolors need a light touch and water control, whereas acrylics are more forgiving and allow for corrections. Cleanup is easier with watercolors since only water is needed to clean brushes. Acrylics, however, dry quickly on brushes and palettes, requiring immediate cleaning to avoid hardened paint. Cost and accessibility. Watercolors and acrylics are both affordable, but watercolor supplies like high-quality paper and brushes can be costly. Acrylics require additional tools such as palettes, primed canvases, and sometimes mediums to alter drying time or texture. Both offer budget-friendly options, making them accessible for beginners. So, which is better, watercolor or acrylic? It all comes down to your artistic style and preference. If you love soft, fluid, and delicate artwork, watercolors are perfect. If you prefer bold, vibrant, and durable paintings, acrylics are the way to go. No matter your choice, both mediums offer endless creative possibilities. Let us know which one you prefer in the comments, and happy painting!